some breaking news coming in of the shocking visuals on our screen right now of a 40-year-old man, Murugesan, who was beaten up by the police in the Salem district of Tamil Nadu. Salem district of Tamil Nadu, beg my pardon, and he fell unconscious soon after the brutal thrashing as well. Let me go across to my colleague Apurva, who's joining us. Yes, Apurva, please share more of these horrifying incidents that we are witnessing on our screens right now.
Well, what we can see is of a 40-year-old Murugesan there of Ediyapatti, who has been brutally beaten by the police officials there at a checkpost. He had in fact been returning home with a couple of his friends, and what we can see there is the police brutality that is taking place here, where Murugesan along with his friends were returning back, and while they were stopped at a checkpost and were checked in an inebriated state, he had also been assaulted by the police. You can also see the visuals there on the screen as well, where police can be seen hitting inebriated Murugesan as well as several of his friends there with lathis as well, even as they are trying to stop the police from hitting them. And the police officials state that police had not stopped hitting Murugesan nor his friends until Murugesan had fell unconscious. In fact, his wife there also claims that they had not stopped beating him until he had fallen unconscious. He had also been admitted at the government hospital for treatment, but he was also declared dead after he failed to respond to the treatment as well. Remember, this visuals that we can see on the screen just comes a year after the police brutality had shocked the entire state as well as the country, where police brutality of Benix as well as Jairaj had taken place at Sathankulam. And this is yet and again an incident that has taken place in Salem district there, and a 40-year-old man Murugesan had lost his life failing to protect himself against the lathi charges and the brutality that he had been faced with while returning back home.
In fact, Apurva, we also have a reaction coming in from the DMK MP, Kanimori, who has also now tweeted condemning the violence. She says, and I quote, that the violence unleashed by the police on civilians must be stopped, and the people must have a change of mind from the state of mind that existed before May 7th. Any other reactions coming in from the authorities themselves?
Well, what we are learning right now is that this incident has already gone viral on social media as well, with the video of Murugesan there being beaten brutally by the police being shared by several people on social media. And this has not only caught the eyes of the politicians, but also several people across forums as well. Remember, with the condition in which the video was also shot, it was also shot by one of Murugesan's friend there, who was also beaten by the police, even as he had requested and begged to them to stop beating them while they were returning back. And what the DMK MP Kanimori has also pointed out in the tweet condemning the action, she also states that this kind of police brutality must have worked before the DMK came into power, but right now with the DMK in power, it is a government for the people, and that definitely stringent action will be taken. She also says that the change of mentality has already started now with the DMK in power, and that this kind of action might have flown past in the last government, but now with the DMK in power, things will change and action will be taken.
All right. Thank you so much, Apurva, for getting us that update. And we will be closely tracking the developments and if any reaction coming in from the police authorities themselves of this 40-year-old man who was beaten up by the police in the